And we're back for another episode of Real Movie Feud. Excited to see the lineup here tonight. We have Aidan, Ashwin, and Rach. Oh, jeez. Let's play some Real Movie Feud. Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Real Movie Feud. I am your host, Cole, and I am joined again, as I said earlier, by Aidan, Ashwin, and Rach. I didn't actually read your name on here. Aidan. That's the
14th.
Aidan, the 14th. Got it. Okay. I want to know about 13 through 1 though. How you guys feeling? It's been a hot second. Some of you guys, it's been a while for trivia side, but otherwise, yeah, it should be fun. I'm no Steve Harvey, but I try my best. And yeah, hopefully we can get started here today. But for the people watching at home and also maybe some of the players, let's read some rules. So here's how it's going to go. There are going to be 5 rounds of gameplay. Each round, players are going to be given a prompt, and then those players will have 2 turns to answer said prompt. Players will receive points in the order of the top 5 answers. So let's say you go the number 1, that's going to get you 50. 2 is going to be 40. 3 is 30, so on and so forth. If there are any tied answers on the board, that's going to add a 6th option. So that could be 2 number 3s, which means 2 options for 30 points. The top 5 answers are going to be based on the prompt criteria and where it's coming from. So this could be like Letterboxd or box office stuff or whatever. So just be paying attention to that. After round 1, players are going to go in the lowest point order, and highest score at the end of the 5 rounds wins. So to start our little game here today, we are going to determine the order initially set here by guessing the... Oh my God, I should have written this out here. The current average on Letterboxd for the film. Hold on, as I type. I'll just put that there. You know what? Everyone knows what LB means. All right. For the Karate Kid.
Oh, jeez.
1984, not the Jackie Chan one.
Well, that does change my answer, actually.
Okay. Yeah, big game changer on that one. Okay, so alphabetical here. We'll start with Aidan.
It's on a out of 5 scale. That's right.
Yeah. So 2 decimal points out of. So yeah.
I'm gonna go with 3.85.
Okay, 3.85. All right, and Ashwin.
I'll do I don't know, 3.51.
3.51. Not as confident in said Karate Kid.
It's not that good of a movie.
And Rach?
We'll do 3.65.
Wow, nobody thought it was a 4 and up? Really, guys?
I would be shocked.
It's not that good of a movie.
You're right. It's not that good of a movie. The correct answer is 3.78. Which does mean that the order then goes Aidan was the closest, and then it will be Rach and Ashwin. So yeah, that gets us started here tonight. So let me go ahead and get that in the sheet here. No, bye. Are you guys not Karate Kid fans? I mean, it seems like you weren't excited.
I mean, I like the movie, but I would be shocked if it had like a 4.2.
I think it's fine. I think it's just one of those like beloved childhood classics that gets a little bit of a bump above average.
Yeah, that's fair. Or like it's just also 80s nostalgia too is like a big factor there.
It's a perfectly serviceable 1980s movie.
It is a perfectly serviceable 1980s.
But like, who's watching it if you don't know you're gonna like it already?
No, Eye of the Tiger was originally written for that film.
Really?
Oh, that's right. And then they ended up using it for Rocky 4, right?
That's
Rocky
cool.
3. Yeah, Rocky 3.
Okay. Gosh. And that's like the only good thing about Rocky 3 too. So
whoa there. That's like one of my favorite ones.
Whoa, sorry, Mr. T. Anyways, all right. So let's get everybody into prime position here. We'll be starting with Aidan. Aidan, I want you to tell me, currently on Letterboxd, what are the most popular Samuel L. Jackson movies from I to P? So nothing before
P.
I to P.
What does articles mean?
Like the A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
popular meaning highest rated or like most watched?
yeah, so popular in this case is just referring to interactions on the platform. So that could be reviewed, liked, interacted with, basically how much is it tractioning on said platform.
Okay. And is it him as in a starring role or just any film where he's in it?
I'm so glad you asked, Aidan. So no cameo. Well, okay, I should say cameos are fine. I'm just gonna say these out of the top here because they were uncredited technically.
Mhm.
And Inglourious Bastards, uncredited narrator, Iron Man, uncredited, which did surprise me on that one. But so that means the rest of the options are there though. So
All right.
Aidan,
I'm gonna go
what
with
you thinking?
Jurassic Park. First.
Aidan's going with Jurassic Park.
The only one
Jurassic
I've seen.
Park. He is in that. It's not as big of a role, but he is, and that's going to be our number 2 answer here. That's going to net you 40 points.
Okay.
Not too shabby. All right, Rach, what you got?
I'm gonna go for the obvious and pick Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is the number 1 answer. 50
Yeah,
points.
Let's go.
Should have guessed that.
Ashwin, you still have the 30, the 20, and the 10 on the board.
This letters thing is really throwing me because I'm like every movie I'm thinking of with him is somehow outside of his range.
You can write all the letters from I to P that might help
I
you.
did.
Maybe C, D, G, just do that.
Oh man. Okay.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
There's no way.
It's a long one. I'm gonna hide this so we can see each other. And obviously, no exact time limit here, but just be courteous of everybody, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if this counts as like I don't even know what letter this movie officially like starts with, but I was gonna go with like I don't even know who said this one. Well, okay. I was going to say like The Phantom Menace, but I don't know if it's Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. Does that count? I also don't even know if he's in that one, to be honest. So, I mean, if that's acceptable, I'll just fire it.
What are you? Sorry, what exactly are you firing here?
The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace. Okay, that is unfortunately not on the board. The full title of that movie is Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay.
Episode 1, The Phantom
Damn.
Menace.
Good answer. Good answer.
But P, Phantom, you're thinking big, All right. So we swing back over to Aidan. Let's see if he can get the lead.
I don't know if this movie is just really popular in our circle or in general. And I know if I don't say it, Rachel will say it.
Fuck.
Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Kingsman: The Secret Service is
Fucking answers.
the 5th place answer. That'll net you 10 points,
sweet.
tying with
Okay.
Rach. All right, Rach, you still have the 3 and the 4 on the board.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with The Incredibles. That seems fairly popular.
All
Gonna
right.
Lock in The Incredibles.
She's locking in The Incredibles. The Incredibles is the 3rd place answer. 30
The
points.
is an article. I remember that from high
Yes.
school English.
All right, Ashwin, you still got one option left here.
Yeah. What's the spot remaining? Is it
The 20 points, so the 4th place.
4th place?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll just try it. Incredibles 2.
Let's go. Let's go.
Incredibles 2 is unfortunately not on the board today.
What?
apologies on that one.
Crazy.
All right, you guys went through that quickly, so let me get scoreboard here real quick. But yeah, solid start. This guy's got a crazy filmography. There's everything and anything, so it's valid that there are so many options, but also, God, you guys fired those so quickly. Holy cow. Hey, but some of those are classics. So
Yeah. Kingsman, all-time classic.
yeah.
One of the best ones.
That is a very, I would say Letterboxd will love that movie more than I think the most of the public, but I mean, it still did well at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So,
It did.
you know,
I mean, it spawned 2 unsuccessful sequels.
Hey, they were not unsuccessful to me. We appreciate the King's Man in this house.
Oh, do we now? Okay, well,
I'm waiting
on that post-credit scene. All right.
Pay off one day.
Yeah, it's called World War II. Anyways, the score right now, Aidan at 50, Rage at 80, and Ashwin, unfortunately, not on the board yet, but there's still time. It's anybody's game. All right, I'm obligated to say that. Yeah. So with that, let's take a quick break and talk to some people.
Wait, what was the 4th place answer?
Oh, right. Apologies. Thank you. See, people keeping me on track. Thanks, Aidan. You're right. So the 4th place answer was Kill Bill Volume 2. Under that very small role in that one.
I thought you said he didn't count as narrator cameos.
He was credited in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Was he?
So.
Oh, okay.
I think the Iron Man 2, because he was credited in that one.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
So, all right. But thanks for reminding me, though. Appreciate that. Yeah. So the tiebreakers. So if we get any ties, so thinking of 6, 7, and 8, maybe, depending on how this goes. So, but
forget about that.
All good. But let's talk to Aidan here. Oh gosh, I don't like this dynamic. Hold on. Hi, Aidan. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Leading pretty good. 50 points here. That's pretty nifty and pretty good. Let's say. Would you agree?
I wouldn't describe it as leading, but yes, it is points
Not
on
leading.
the board.
Listen, man, you're doing a good job so far. Excited to see. That is what that means you get to go second, which is sometimes advantageous for folks.
Okay.
So also almost forgot Waterloo. We got the Flavor Town again. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on Seltzer one day, but that's not what we're talking about today, Aidan. So you dropped your take. I kind of like it, but I also have a little bit of disagreement on it. Popular movie Sinners came out. Box office success, especially for a rated R movie that, with a great director behind it. And it's great to see. But you have an opinion on this one that I don't know if I can get behind, but I respect. So let's hear it.
I think Sinners is a very good movie, but a pretty bad vampire movie. I think that from a technical standpoint, the movie's amazing. I mean, obviously it has earned most of its accolades.
I think so too. Yeah.
And I think that the point that I stopped fully enjoying it was when the vampire stuff became fully prevalent.
Wow. Fully prevalent. So not like the little
the barn scene when they're all just kind of talking to the vampires outside.
Gotcha. Okay.
Basically the last 30 minutes of the film.
How did you feel about the levitating bit where he kind of just did one of these? Oh, sorry. Also spoilers for Sinners. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I'll try and keep it as spoiler free as possible.
I won't. So don't worry about it. This is your warning.
Yeah. I think they're the least threatening vampires since Twilight.
Wow. But those vampires just sparkled, bro.
Right. But these ones, these ones don't try and kill people for food. They try and kill people for friendship. And
wow, and friendship is not the word I would use.
Their entire goal is to convert as many people, like musicians, as possible, so that they can basically form a hippie music commune and live forever with each other.
Oh, see, I didn't read it that way because part of it, the great sequence in the movie where it's the whole seeing the ancestors of all their roots and going forward and back. And it seemed like, at least to me, it wasn't like this thematic, representation of it. It felt like an actual power, if that makes sense. At least how I
Right.
felt. So
Yeah.
like
I mean, it
them
does make
actually
sense.
having that ability with what's his face, with his skills, eventually
Mhm.
buddy guy.
Yeah. But I mean,
So
like, there's a couple points in the film where I was like, Michael B. Jordan, you're actually being kind of selfish. Just let him bite you. Like, I actually felt like the vampires were right a couple of times. I was like, I think I would just live at night forever and
I
hang out
mean,
with friends.
I
Like,
think that
it
is a good
doesn't-
case for compelling argument in the script, though. You know what I mean? Like, even
right,
after all that, weird vampire
right,
eye
yeah.
stuff.
I mean,
So
I just think there needed to be a little bit more danger from the vampires. Like the fact that they stuck so closely to some tropes but not others. Like the fact they can't be invited inside was
right,
basically the entire conflict of the vampires until the very, till like the
because
last
otherwise they would just
2
mess them
minutes when
up.
they fight
They
them.
would be like, well, I'm gonna, yeah, or I'll sneak in and then just like bite you guys, and you won't even see it coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some vampire lore that it respected and others that it didn't. But I think as a whole it was not a very threatening group of vampires. And so it didn't feel all that fulfilling to watch them fight them.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I get it with the trope stuff. The garlic scene is great, but it's definitely like feels more like an homage than it is like a good scene on its own.
Mhm.
And then like, yeah, obviously the inviting thing isn't great, but it's kind of interesting and the weird dynamics that it brings to scenes. That's what I like, especially with like
Mhm.
Cornbread being like, I don't know, why would you just let me in? Come on, man. But hey man, spoilers for sinners. When they all go up in flames, it's pretty fucking cool. So I just have to say, so
Yeah.
but hey, listen, I'm sure you're not alone. Obviously there's so many vampire material and media that like not everybody is gonna pick up on the certain things. Other times it's like, yeah, it could have not been like the wood stake thing is like I think that's a pretty common one, and they stuck with that for
Mhm.
sure. And other times it's Twilight where they're just like sparkling whatevers.
And then this one they're river dancing and singing the Rocky Road to Dublin.
Oh man. So anything else you want to add before we head back into the game?
I don't think so. I just
Okay.
yeah. I wish that they were a little more scary to match the quality of the rest of the film.
I see. That's where I disagree with you. I think they were pretty frightening, but I get it. I get it. But hey, 80s hair and Michael B. Jordan, that was pretty scary vampire stuff. So, all right, let's get everybody back in here. Alrighty, welcome back. Okay, so let's see. I gotta keep you guys, and I'll just keep this order since that's the order of play. But Ashwin is third right now, so he will actually be going first for this round. So, Ashwin, are you ready?
I guess so.
Okay. All right. So we're sticking with Letterboxd for now. We are going to another well-regarded actor. Some say an actress. Anne Hathaway. I want you to tell me the highest-rated Anne Hathaway films on Letterboxd. So that is strictly people's user reviews and the average of that. So highest average rated Anne Hathaway films.
I think I have my first.
Okay.
Maybe this is a discussion topic for a future Real Movie Feud, but I do not like this movie. But I'm going to go with Interstellar.
Wow. Hold on, Ashwin. We might need to save that for later. Interstellar is the number one answer, though. 50 points. That ties you with Aidan here. So let's see. That does mean we are still going to Aidan, though, next. So 2 through 5 still on the board.
Oh, I just don't know that many Anne Hathaway films, and I don't think that most of hers have been like something to talk home about necessarily.
Interesting. Maybe the spread's pretty wide then. Who knows?
I have one. I don't actually know if it's popular. I know it's controversial among theater kids. So
you said popular. I just want to clarify. We are talking about highest rated.
Yeah, I'm talking about ratings as well. Like,
okay.
There's some people that hate this movie and think it's terrible, and then there's some that really like it. I think it's pretty good. I think the fact she won an Oscar for it means that maybe it's a little higher.
Okay.
For this, I'm going to say Les Mis.
Les Miserables. Les Miserables is Not on the board.
What?
Wow.
I think your intuition
That's
was right
crazy.
there. All right.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case.
It's it's all that Russell Crowe singing. All right, Rach. 2 through 5 are still left on the board here.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Brokeback Mountain for my guess. I think that's really, really highly rated on Letterboxd.
Okay.
They love gay people over there. I don't know.
Brokeback Mountain. Brokeback Mountain is the number 2 answer.
Let's go.
40 points.
Didn't know she was in it.
They fucking love gay people over there. What can I say?
That's true. Yeah. She's in a couple other. Well, there's Michelle Williams, and then
Mm-hmm.
I think it's another surprising one. Oh, David Harbour's in it. That was a weird one. I found out way
Oh, I
later.
didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. So Ashwin, though, you're up again. So yep, still got the 3 through 5 on the board. So
Okay, I mean, I've been thinking about this one for a couple seconds. I don't know if he's even gonna make the list though, but I'll go with it. I'll do the Devil Wears Prada.
The Devil Wears Prada is number 3 on the board. So 30 points for Ashwin here. All right, Aidan, you still got some options here. We still got the 4 and the 5.
I'm struggling to think of another Anne Hathaway movie besides The Dark Knight Rises, which I'm fairly confident is not on the board. The Princess Diaries 2.
He's going with the Princess Diaries 2. Sorry, I'm laughing for another reason. It's not on the board.
No.
Sorry, man. Yeah, for the sake of tiebreakers, I'm not gonna say anything else until we finish this.
She's in those movies, right?
I don't know. I do know.
Okay.
But let's see, Rach.
We've got 2 options. I don't know which one would be more highly rated though. Based on my knowledge of the general user base of Letterboxd, I think Princess Diaries is probably going to be more higher rated than Dark Knight Rises. So I'm going to go with Princess Diaries 1.
All right, we're sticking with Princess Diaries here. Princess Diaries.
Gotta be there.
The Princess Diaries is not on the board.
Fuck.
Come on, guys. Come on. All right. So here's the trick with this. So yeah, 50 Interstellar, 40 Brokeback Mountain, 30 Devil Wears Prada. Oh, sorry. Interstellar 4.41, Brokeback Mountain 4.13, so a big jump from there. Devil Wears Prada 3.82, so it is looking like a wider spread. Dark Waters, that is the Todd Haynes movie.
I forgot she was in there.
Yep.
I forgot about the movie entirely.
Number 4. And The Dark Knight Rises was number 5,
Are you fucking kidding me?
3.77.
Anne Hathaway is not in movies.
If the starting one was like guess the letterbox rating of The Dark Knight Rises, I would be going last.
Is that
I would
just
say
Sarah's
6.2
like
or something.
35-star reviews pulling up the average?
It's just Sarah's reviews. Yeah, maybe that's possible. All her alt accounts too.
No.
Listen, it's still Nolan. People love Nolan,
I
even
guess.
if they're wrong. It's the worst of that trilogy, and I won't even think about that one.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, unfortunately, not getting the 4 and the 5. Dark Knight Rises also disappointing. Just like that. But we are moving on to our discussion with Ashwin. Hey, Ashwin. Oh nope. Bye. Hey, Ashwin, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Ashwin, clicking buttons is hard. I don't know if you know this.
I'm well aware.
Especially if you click the wrong ones in a row, and then it's hard to go back. Picking up a good amount of points here. You're picking up the 1 and the 3 there. That was a pretty good pickups, especially going into round 3. So not too shabby. But what's I can't transition out of this. Hey, you like dragons?
Sometimes.
Dragons have invaded Dave and Buster's. But no, I did want to ask you, we got a couple summer movies coming up, and one of them on the slate is the live action How to Train Your Dragons. Not even sure if you're looking forward to that because I think you have expressed you're not the biggest fan of the original trilogy, the animated trilogy at all.
That is correct. Yeah, definitely not looking for the live action not looking forward to the live action movie. Well, I'll be watching it, of course. But yeah, so just from this discussion topic, as you may have surmised, this is essentially going to be about the books. But I want to clarify that I'm not like a book truther. I don't think that like movie adaptations of books have like a mandate to faithfully adapt them, right? Sometimes you can just do a better job.
Yeah.
And I'm also not going to say that the books are like, some sort of, I don't even think they're like that good, right? I just read them as
okay.
But I think looking at the ways the movies differ from the books, like just illuminates a lot of things that I don't like about the movies. And then with that in mind, I'm like, you had like a blueprint here for something actually interesting, and you just went with like generic, like self-insert YA stuff.
Yeah, and especially it's still a studio movie, it's still DreamWorks. They have to hit their quotas, and so they have to like especially hit key points and things like that. And so, that might not necessarily translate from the book. Seems like, as I understand it, though, they've taken a lot of liberties in that adaptation, if I'm not mistaken.
It is essentially, it's actually almost comical the way that it takes the premise and it just like inverts it, because in the book, the Vikings, they all train dragons from the get-go. And Hiccup's dragon, Toothless, is called Toothless because he's like the worst dragon. He's super tiny. He literally has no teeth. He sucks at everything. And he's like got a bad attitude, right?
Damn, that sounds like just like me. Anyways.
Well, that's the point, because that's Hiccup too. He also small and sucks. And like that's probably the reader of these books too, in some of them, right? So and it's a fun dynamic, right? And it makes them the underdog in almost every situation. And over the course of like 10 books or whatever, Hiccup learns to come into his own as a leader and all that. But I think the thing that the movies lose that was actually kind of special about the book is the books have this really like grimy, like kind of scrappy feel to them, right? Like regardless of whether Hiccup has some magical sword or like more dragons or whatever, he always kind of sucks, and like nobody really likes him, and he's always like fighting and scrabbling. And then like, when did the first movie come out? 2016? 10?
No, God, it's way earlier than that. Hold on, let me look. I should probably know this for the sake of the conversation. No, I want the 2010 is 2010. Okay,
2010. Okay. 2010. So I was like 9 when this movie came out, and I watched it, and I was like, they introduced Toothless, and he's like the coolest, most special dragon with like the coolest like breath and whatever, and he's called Toothless because he can retract his teeth. Like we're not even trying anymore, And it takes away from both of their specialness, right? Why is Toothless cool in the movie? It's not because like he's got gray, it's because he was like genetically gifted with super magic laser dragon powers. And why is Hiccup cool? It's also not because he's got like the juice. He just like ran into like the coolest dragon in the whole world and then happened to train it, it's obviously a simplification, but stuff like that.
But he repairs that wing, and so it's like
there's merits to the movies for sure. And I can admit that if I just never read the books, I would have like enjoyed the movies well enough, but I don't think I would have ever remembered them because they're just like I find them very unremarkable. And I think a lot of the things that people like about them are like very aesthetic things, which are, that's fine. That's like what a movie's about, right? But it just, I feel like they could have made something more special if they had taken that like gritty tone, not gritty, like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying here? Like not everything needs to be cool, right? Things can be bad. Like when I saw Hiccup in the trailer for the third movie with like a flaming sword, I was like, we completely lost the point of the book. He's not supposed to be cool. He is never supposed to be cool. And that's what makes him like compelling, I feel.
I think they gave him the dad beard and then it was over. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was already done. Like they were like, all right, well, he's cool. God damn it. All right. Listen, I get it from that perspective for sure. I think that's a little bit of revisionist history. I do feel like when I saw it, like I liked the first one, but it wasn't like, I didn't even think it'd be the best DreamWorks thing I'd seen at that point. And now it's like people love 2, and then 3 came out, and it's like it's still well regarded and liked, but like I think the culmination of that all like then had people thinking, and then it's like, okay. So you know, at the end of the day, I get it. But also, your angle on that is very interesting because, yeah, you just wanted something, at least to see that. And they were just like, nah, we're just going to take it and pick up. I mean, basically, they should have just said it was inspired by it and then come up with a new title and then just go with that, you know. But no, for legal reasons, they probably bought it. And then they're like, well, we got to use the title. We might as well use the title. How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah. So, well, you know, hey, man, I think we're out of Dragon media time, at least. Like that and Aragon, and God, there's a couple other ones like that around that era. Yeah. So, but hey, maybe we'll be back with it with the new live action one. We'll see.
Or in 20 years when the nostalgia cycle comes back around and kids are like, wouldn't it be cool to own a dragon?
Yeah, and then it will just, you know, just be some AI movie that's not even. That's how you'll get your one. So, alrighty, you ready to get back to some trivia?
Certainly.
All right. Hello.
Before we do that, though, I have to comment on this because those books are horrible.
No. They're not great, but they are not horrible.
Okay, this is real. This is a real character from the books. Her name is Big Booby Bertha.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This sentence has been burned into my brain from when I read these books as a child. This is how they introduce her. She once stunned a stag with those mighty bosoms, and many a smaller creature had suffocated within their depths.
That was story time with Aidan.
That's down the stairs level
That's a pretty normal character.
For reference, and I mean I could be wrong. I'm just going after the name. I'm pretty sure the author of those books is a woman. So make of it what you will.
What?
Cressida Cowell. And she must be.
I don't believe this.
I'm pretty sure I've seen her picture on the back of a book, but this could be misinformation. I was not prepared for this topic.
We need to see this woman's search history. All right. All right.
I don't want to see that.
Alrighty, folks. Okay, so I should. Oh God, I had all this time to update score and I didn't. It's fine. It happens. But in the meantime, while I enter that, have you guys ever heard of a website called Comic Book Resources?
Honestly, no.
Are we sponsored?
But I can guess what it's about.
No, God, I wish. Well, they do a couple of not a couple. They do a lot of top 10 lists. And so we will be looking at one of those today. Not actually a comic book thing though. So with that, today we're going to take us all the way back to the 90s. And I want you to tell me, according to Comic Book Resources, the top 10 best sci-fi films of the 90s. Ranked, of course. Ranked. You know, I have to clarify that. So, a lot of potential here. So, with that, let's see. While I get that up here, I think I did update score. So yeah, Aidan at 50, Rach at 120, Ashwin at 80, which means Aidan is going to be going first this round. Mm-hmm. So Aidan, once again, top 10 best sci-fi films of the 1990s.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, with the semicolon and all, is the third place answer. That's going to get you 30 points and tying with Ashwin.
Oh, well then I know what number one is. Damn.
Okay, let's see. So, speaking of, Ashwin, what you got?
I'll go with The Matrix.
Yep, there it is.
The Matrix is the second place answer.
That's what?
40 points and tying with Rach. Rach, we still have the 1, the 4, and the 5 on the board.
I'll go with Jurassic Park. That seems like a comic book-esque, tangentially fan movie. Lock it in.
All right, just lock it in. Jurassic Park, again, on the board for 50 points.
Oh, shit. Nice.
50 points,
Number
right?
one.
Higher than The Matrix?
Higher than The Matrix. That surprised me, too.
Damn.
Considering how... I'm going to sidetrack. Considering how much of that movie... It's a sci-fi movie. I get it, folks.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just a fun adventure movie. I think of revolutionary sci-fi. I think of The Matrix, not Jurassic Park. But also, Jurassic Park's a great movie. So, Okay. With that, we're going back around to Aidan. Aidan, we still have the 4 and the 5th place answer on the board.
Ugh, I don't think mathematically I can catch up at this point.
You still got plenty of time to catch up.
What? I mean, there's a bunch of other 90s sci-fi, but I don't know, like they're not at the level of that.
Would you like a description of the list from Comic Book Resources?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Science fiction has continued to captivate movie fans since the genre first became popular in the 50s. Though at the time, technological effects required to create futuristic worlds or other planets never quite matched up to the imagination of filmmakers. However, things have changed in the last few decades as film technology and computer animation have advanced. There were huge leaps forward in both practical. Hold on here. Sorry. It's my time speaking. There were huge leaps forward in both practical effects and computer-generated imagery in the 90s that greatly benefited the sci-fi genre, resulting in several unforgettable movies. A great many of these sci-fi hits from the 90s have become classics that continue to set the bar for new movies in the genre. So I don't feel like that's a hint. I gave you the description. If you want the description, you can.
If it's not The Matrix and it's not Jurassic Park and it's not T2, I don't know if this would be on the list or not, but I'm gonna go with 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys is not on the board. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Great film though. All right, Ashwin.
I have a list related question. You may just not be able to answer this,
Okay.
Or not want to, I should say. Can we know when the list was made?
Oh yeah, absolutely you can. That's fair. Well, okay. Well, April 11th of 2022. So it was a while back, but to be fair, I don't think they're making more 90s movies.
Yeah. I just know, like,
no, that's
closer
fair.
to the 90s. That might
listen. Sometimes that happens where it's like, oh, well, this sequel came out, and then you're like, well, now they rethink. Well, maybe it was really good or something. So yeah, it's a fair question. Yeah.
Okay. So we just have 4 and 5 left.
4 and 5 are left on the board. Yeah.
This must be the 90s, right? I'll go Gattaca.
Gattaca is not on the board. Sorry, Ashwin.
I think that's 2003.
I don't think
No.
Is it
90s?
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up
I
for the
don't
sake
remember.
of this.
My dad was just talking about Gattaca like 2 days ago.
It's a good movie.
All right, Rich, you got the last pick.
According to my dad, it is, so it's got the Terry Lewis seal of approval. I'm gonna go Independence Day.
Welcome to Earth. Independence Day is not on the board. Come on, man.
Fuck.
Wow.
These
What
ones
do these
surprised
people
me.
like?
Is it Contact? That was my other guess.
No, God, that actually, I'm surprised that's not even on there. I don't even think it's on the 10. I should shut up because of the tiebreakers. But I can tell you what the 4 and 5 are. Aidan, I think you'll get a kick out of this. 4 is The Fifth Element.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 is Total Recall.
Oh,
So double Arnold on this list.
Sure.
I mean, I think Fifth Element is a perfect 10 out of 10 movie, but I also recognize that it's such a cult classic that most people hate it. So I was not expecting it to show up on any best of lists.
Interesting. I think that's an interesting way of thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely eclectic for sure in some ways. Chris Tucker is he's something in that movie. I'll tell you that. Hey man,
Ruby Rod.
Oh man. So okay. Man, as I update score and our competitors think about the next Chris Tucker impression they're gonna do,
I'll abstain.
You'll abstain on that one, okay? What did I do? Oh, there it is. Gosh, I should organize this in a better way. Okay, so end of that round, we are looking at a score of currently Rach in the lead at 170. Ashwin in second at 120, and Aidan not too far behind there at 80 points. So, guys, there's still 2 rounds. It's anybody's game. All right, it's possible.
It's anybody's game.
It's anybody's game.
It's anybody's game.
Okay, so I don't have a reason why I picked this other than I just thought it was funny. But also, I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, and Sony has made quite a bit of Spider-Man movies, but also quite a bit of Spider-Man spin-offs,
Yes.
as we could say. The Spider-Man universe of films, or the Spider-Verse universe movies, so SPUM, or Spider. Wait, hold on. Sony Pictures universe of movies. That's where that comes from. SPUM. Hey, that's what the kids are out there are saying. So Aidan is currently in last place, so he will get to go first. I want you to tell me. Hopefully, this graphic actually shows. It's a little long. The lowest worldwide grossing Spider-Man movie / Sony's Spider-Man universe of films, not adjusted for inflation. So the one that has first the least worldwide is number one, and then so on and so forth.
So the highest answer is the one that made the least.
Correct. Yes.
Craven the Hunter.
Aidan is going with Craven the Hunter. Will he hunt this answer out? And it's in the bushes there at 50 points.
Yeah.
Number one answer puts Aidan at second place. Okay. Ashwin. So yeah, 2 through 5 on the board.
Got two that I'm kind of thinking between.
And a reminder, we still have a secret answer as well.
It's gotta be Madam Web. I mean, it's gonna be on the list, but I think that's number 2. Madam Web, locking it up.
Madam Web. Will we be stuck in her web of
Madams?
That's our number 2 answer. That's 40 points. Ashwin. Rach still in the lead though. Can make some even more headway here. We still have 3, 4, and 5 on the board.
Morbius has to be 3. I know it got re-released once after the meme thing. But I still don't think it broke.
Guys,
even,
we just weren't there that weekend.
No, release it one more time. We pinky promise. I was busy. I had a party scheduled. It's got to be Morbius. I'll lock in on Morbius.
Rachel's going with Michael Morbius. Will he get into the Sinners barn? Who's to say? 30 points though.
Nice.
Okay.
Sony, if you're listening, please bring it back. I'll clear my schedule for that weekend. Bring it back to IMAX, please.
Have sex.
All right. Aidan, 4 and 5 are still on the board.
Venom: The Last Dance.
Aidan's going with Venom: The Last Dance. Will this one tango him to the lead? Or to second place? No, actually it can't because you don't have that many points to win. But 10 points though. They'll still get you 10 points. So not too shabby. All right, Ashwin, you got 1 on the board, and you can wipe this round out.
So we just have number 4 remaining.
Just number 4 remaining, yeah.
That's interesting. Because the Venom movies are like money makers, and I would have thought the third one would have been the worst. I feel like it can't be. Oh, by the way, fun fact: they filmed. I might have already said this, but they filmed part of Madam Web like 500 feet from my house.
Whoa!
The diner.
Were you conning her web?
Unfortunately, not. They wouldn't allow us to buy. I think because of that.
It could be a liability issue, you know.
Yeah.
I just hear toxic in my head now because of that movie. Just...
I mean, there's no way it's. I'm not missing like an obvious one, right? It has to be a Venom movie. There's no way that any of the other ones make less. Sony's. I mean, I don't know if I can ask for this clarification. Is this actually just the non-Spider-Man movies, or does it also include the ones that Spider-Man?
It includes everything. So
okay.
Spider-Man movies, MCU Spider-Man movies, yes, their spin-off and that universe. Just if Sony made the movie and it's related to Spider-Man somehow, it's on here.
I'm gonna feel stupid if it's not this. So I'll just say Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Venom: Let There Be Carnage. Will there be carnage today? Unfortunately, not for Ashwin here. So, Rich.
Was it actually Venom? Did Let There Be Carnage make more money than the original Venom movie? I don't think there's any other Spider-Man universe movies.
Like I said, anything Spider-Man.
Anything Spider-Man.
Yes.
I'm still gonna go Venom. I don't think that's the answer, but I'll go for it.
Okay, it's going with Venom 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Venom is not on the board.
Damn.
Amazing
All right.
Spider-Man 2, isn't it?
That
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
what I was
No,
thinking.
it's not. Hey, audience. Hey, audience. This is going to surprise you. I'm just going to say it solo cam here. The number 4 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Really?
300,
Yeah,
373 million.
That makes
You
sense.
guys should
Because the
have. You
animated
guys should have went to the fucking theater. I don't care how busy you were. That's
I
crazy.
saw it 3 times. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right. So, by the way, the drastic number jumps are fucking crazy on this. Okay.
How did that make less than the 2 Venom sequels?
Hold on. Craven the Hunter has only made $60 million worldwide.
Oh my god.
Madam Web, $100 million. So, they broke triple, or, yeah. Morbius, 162. So maybe the campaign worked. Okay. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like it's 373 million. So, I mean, it still did well, and for Sony animated picture standards at the time, it wasn't bad. But Venom: The Last Dance, even with that, still made $474 million. So,
damn.
I will reveal the rest at the end of the game here. But in the meantime, you guys can ponder. So I'm going to say this too. Technically, there is an answer that is lower than all these, but I didn't count it. There was a tie-in with Men in Black that was a separate listing on numbers.com, double feature, and that only made I think $4 million or something like that.
Okay.
So
what, like a Men in Black Spider-Man crossover?
It was just like a double bill. Like you would see it in the same.
Okay.
I was like, no, we're not doing this because nobody's gonna know that. And frankly, if you did know that, I could have put it as a secret answer, but I'd also just kick you out of the game because that's insane for knowing that shit. Alrighty. So with that, folks, we are on to the last round of the game. So we're going to be jumping across the pond today to Empire Magazine, based out of the UK. And what can I say? I like animated movies. That's kind of my thing, I guess. But they're filled with great worlds and great drawing and all that. But they're also filled with great characters. So for this, we have the best 50 animated movie characters. You'll only have to name. So to clarify here today, there's a lot. And I think for the sake of this list, I have put 10 options on the board. So 1 and 2 are worth 50, 3 and 4 are 40, and so on and so forth. So a lot of options for people all across all animated movies. So keep that in mind. So like I said, and to at this point, there's a ton of points to be made up in this round because of it. So this is a big money round. So be thinking here. Obviously, people are writing down their answers. I'm not going to pressure Aidan quite yet, unless he has something. But
so this is any animated movie ever made.
Correct.
Just like a deranged list.
Very strange.
I mean, do they group the characters by title or anything, or is it like the individual character?
It's the individual character. So you have to give me a character name.
And we can get points from the top 10?
Correct. So if you named number 2, that still gets you 50. If you named number 7, that would get you 20.
Okay.
So
Buzz Lightyear.
Okay, going with Buzz Lightyear. Star Command. Is there an answer? Not on this board.
Damn.
Wow.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Not on this board, anyways. Yeah. But I like your thinking. All right. Ashwin.
50 best animated characters.
So many options. So many characters.
Too many options, one might say.
That's why there's a lot of options to pick to get today. So
There's got to be one that's like this. Okay, I'll just try this, I guess. I'm not going to get
Okay.
a 0 on this round. I'll go with Mufasa.
Good answer, good answer.
Mufasa is not on the board. Damn. All right. Well, I might be giving hints after this. All right, Rach.
Can I ask a question about the list?
Sure.
Okay, is the ranking of animated characters based specifically on like their movie appearances or just like their general cultural impact?
It's a good question. I would say so. In this list, I can read the description,
Yes,
but I
please.
will.
Is it specifically about movies or just like shorts included too?
It's catered to both, but I would say features are more important in this list.
Okay.
Okay, so but they list like their first appearance and yada yada. So keep that in mind. I will read the description.
Okay.
The second golden age of animation is well underway, with Aardman, Miyazaki, Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks rolling out rather good stories on fairly regular basis. But which characters of the stop-motion CG hand-drawn world really make the grade? This is UK, so they say that. Which existing characters made the leap from short form to full-length feature with dignity intact? How do the newcomers really compare to the old hands of earlier eras? Read on to find out.
Wait, so it's specifically characters that started in shorts and then migrated to movies?
I don't think so. I think it's just
It's
like
just an example of.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're just given criteria to fluff it out, let's be honest. So yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Mickey Mouse. I mean, that's the animated character of all time.
It is the animated character of
With
all
how
time.
pervasive he fucking is everywhere.
He is everywhere. You know where he's not though, Rach?
Are you fucking kidding
In his
me?
top 10.
Wow.
Who
All
the
right.
fuck
Well,
is in the top 10?
that was like my number one.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
Okay. I read the list here, the scripture here. Let's see. Can I give any hints?
It's gonna be some stupid shit like the blue alien from Fantastic Planet's actually the
I'm
best
just-
character of all time.
I'm just gonna rip one.
Oh, okay. You sure? I was gonna give a hint.
Bugs Bunny.
Okay. Bugs Bunny.
That has to be.
Bugs Bunny.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's not on the list.
I don't think
Dude,
these British people
whoever-
deserve rights.
Because at
Whoever
least
wrote
Mickey,
this-
I was like,
These
he's not
aren't
really
Whoever wrote this
movies,
list
but-
has never seen an animated movie.
Let's see. It's a culminated list, so I can't tell you who wrote it specifically.
It's
Okay.
Cole's
Bunch of
community
morons.
editor for Empire Magazine.
Dude, I wish. God, that would be a job. Okay. Ashwin.
Best animated movie characters. What does this even mean? Okay, I mean, like, sure.
I can
Surely, if they specifically called out like newcomers, this must be on the list. I'll go for like I don't know, Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse.
Miles Morales is not on the board.
I don't understand.
But that does mean Rachel's the winner. But let's see who she's got a shot here.
Okay, it did just click with me that these people that are ranking the list are British and therefore have different movies that they watch.
Okay.
Is fucking Gromit on the list?
That was gonna be my next guess.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess Gromit.
Gromit is the number one answer.
Are you fucking kidding me? Gromit over Mickey fucking Mouse?
And your winner!
Shut up!
Ray.
Shut the hell up! No.
Yeah, I was
Who
thinking
made
that
the list
too.
of Empire Mag? I wanted.
I was like,
take
all right, this is
I
a-
never talk.
I was like,
All right.
I'm sure there's
Okay.
a reason Cole
Okay.
is mentioning that they're British.
I mean, too sorry. There's no Empire Man.
The
No,
chicken
it's
from
British.
Chicken Run. Is that on the? Is on the
Yeah,
list?
Okay, no,
Okay.
okay, hold on. I actually am so excited to share this list now.
Popeye.
Okay. You want all right? So do you want to know the top 10 first? Should we start with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Gromit was number 1. Buzz Lightyear was not a bad guess, Aidan. But Woody was number 2.
Okay.
So
That's rough.
they like the
It's still
cowboy
a
more than the
strange
Space Ranger.
choice.
Baloo from the Jungle Book, number 3.
What?
Wally. Hey man, that's all time, man.
Like,
Wally.
of all Jungle Book
Time.
characters, why Baloo? That's crazy.
What do you mean? Oh my god.
I would have gone Shere Khan easily.
Yeah.
That was one of
Yeah.
the
Baloo. Okay, Wally from Wally.
Sure.
Margie from Persepolis. Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Okay.
Somebody.
Over
yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
They wrote this article with one hand,
Over
guys.
Bugs Bunny.
Maleficent, number 7.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Come on, guys. Anyone want to guess 8?
Shrek.
Totoro?
Shrek's got to be on the list.
Shrek also has to be on the list somewhere.
Ashwin, what's your guess? Come on.
Shrek's not gonna be on the list.
You got to guess here, Ashwin? They guess something.
What are British movies that British people enjoy?
I don't
Anyways,
know.
it's the
Puss in
Iron
Boots.
Giant.
Is John Hurt's rabbit that he voiced in Watership Down on there? That's
It is,
gotta be one of them.
it is on there.
Are
Uh,
you... No!
It's not in the top 10, but it's on there. 9 is Dumbo. You know what, guys? Hey, guys. Honestly, this is too funny. I'm sharing screen. Hold on.
We should...
Uh,
They
I don't
should
think the
never
Revolutionary
write
War
another.
was enough.
They should never write another article again. I think.
Never
All right.
let bro cook ever again.
Okay.
50!
50.
50!
I said 50.
it would actually make more sense to me if he wasn't on the list. If they were like, he's just not. We
No,
don't.
Mickey
there's-
Mouse is number 50.
That's what I mean. Like,
You have
if
Donkey
Mickey Mouse
from
is just not on the
Shrek.
list.
Fucking Mickey Mouse.
Woody, Baloo, Wally, Margie, Jessica Rabbit, Maleficent, Iron Giant, Dumbo. Nobody said Dumbo. That's a big one.
Not really.
Doug.
Like, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, his first appearance is
Puss
a
in
cameo
Boots.
in
Puss in Boots was
Ratatouille.
above. Puss in Boots was above Shrek, by the way. I just want to say that. Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.
Why would it not be Stitch though? Like, I don't-
Buzz Lightyear was 13. Hey, Buzz Lightyear was 13. I have to say that. We love an Akira Tetsuo, Coraline, Cruella DeVille, Dory. Totoro was number 18. So,
Okay.
I love Triple to Bellevue, but Madame Sousa was not on my bucket list. Nobody said Genie. I was kind of surprised. Donkey is still above Shrek. Jack Skellington. Mike Wazowski was a secret answer, by the way.
that is a good one.
Captain Hook. Yep. Hiccup. Hey, that's a callback. We like a callback.
Boo, boo.
Chihiro. Steve. They really love Johnny with a Chance of Meatballs.
What the hell?
Then two up references here.
Great.
Grumpy. Choose one of the dwarves. DJ from Monster House.
Voiced by Mitchell Musso.
Yeah, it's true. Shifu. Emily from The Corpse Bride. Even though there's just one movie there, I think that's crazy. Roger Rabbit. I mean, listen, Jessica Rabbit's gonna be above Roger Rabbit. Let's be honest. Mirabelle, Maui. I'm just going through all these. Satan. Lumiere. Okay. Elsa, Remy, Katie Mitchell from Mitchell versus Machines. You see the trend here. It's just like get one from the franchise, but then break the rule whenever you want to. Yep. Thumper.
I don't think these are arranged in any order.
They are. They're
think-
numbered.
I
When
think
was the article written?
This is my favorite. This is my fucking favorite. This is actually my favorite. It's insane. It's insane. Above
I
Mickey Mouse.
literally
Above Mickey
wrote,
Mouse.
I think they wrote 1,000 names on
Daffy Duck.
on like bingo balls.
Daffy
and just-
Duck, but no Bugs
There's
Bunny.
Fiverr.
Fiverr, let's go. That's not even John Hurt's rabbit though.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. Fuck.
John
it.
Hurt's is
Richard Bruce.
it's some kind of plant name. I can't remember what it is.
Miles
he made
Morales,
the
voiced by
list.
Shamik Moore,
Okay.
you know, and then
Fuck, it's Mickey Mouse.
so
Awful,
yeah.
awful list.
Listen, I thought somebody would hit something. That
Horrible.
it threw me off. It was such a bad shit list. I had to throw it in here.
I
When
think
did
if
the
you
article
gave me
come
the
out?
50, I still wouldn't be
Or
able to
like,
guess
when was
the
it
top.
published?
2022.
That shit's got to be AI generated. There's no way it's not.
I mean, they did put Grandma first, so you know. It's very
Who
British.
in the
Like,
world would put Toad from Flesh?
Are they all just voiced by British actors?
Must be.
No, I don't think Dan Castellaneta is a.
I don't fucking know.
All right.
I mean, Toad's what? Sir Ian McClellan?
I think so.
Does that make sense a bit if you're coming at it from the very
Yeah, it is. It is Ian McKellen.
if
Yeah.
you diminish your IQ by 20 points and think of it as a British person.
Okay, we're gonna circle back to the original prompts here. So popular. You guys got all the 5 there, or I said all the 5. Iron Man 2 was number 6. Incredibles 2 was number 7.
Damn.
Jackie Brown was number 8. My secret answer was the other guys. Aim for the bushes. Anne Hathaway. So Princess Diaries was 6.
Okay.
Les Miserables was 7. So you guys were getting so close there. Rachel Getting Married was 8th. And then my secret answer was The Intern because I have seen this movie.
Only on TikTok.
But only on TikTok. I know he gets her sushi and soup, and he's a good intern.
Yeah.
But he's also old. That's the premise of that movie. All
There's
right.
like a genre of TikTok movies somewhere. It's like the
I used to call them
Intern.
airplane movies.
That is a very they
absolutely.
just take airplane movies, I guess. That's the key of this. Okay, comic book resources. What we were missing here, 12 Monkeys was 6. So just didn't make the top 5. Event Horizon, wife guy.
Not even
Paul
that good of a movie.
Paul W.S. Anderson, wife guy. And speaking of Men in Black from earlier, 8 Men in Black. My secret answer was Starship Troopers. So
I gotta play Helldivers at some point.
Okay, so in terms of the remaining ones for this, the SPUM, as we call it, the Sony Pictures Universe of Movies, Venom: Let There Be Carnage was 6.
Come up with another name.
501.
Better yet, just end it all together.
501 million was Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Damn.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We're still getting pretty high numbers now. 681 million worldwide. Venom did do very well, $856 million worldwide. My secret answer, though, I messed this up.
Was it going to be a double feature with Men in Black if one of us got that?
I did mess this up. There was a Spider-Man movie in between this. I did put Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think that actually that was at 709. I have to double check now, but I'm so sorry. I had to combine the Spider-Man list. So I yeah. Regardless, there was nothing. I can tell you there was nothing Spider-Man wise that crossed even as low as fucking 60 for Craven. So I think you guys were good. And then we just went through that entire Empire list. So it's that. Yeah. Listen, the UK, they'll get something right one of these days.
They haven't in like the last 700 years more.
Yeah, no, especially because most of their good food is from other places.
Real.
So,
try and claim chicken tikka masala as a British dish. Fuck you.
I hate this.
Fuck
and
you.
Now James Bond is owned by an American company. So
yeah,
let's go.
Right
there you go.
Not that it was great to begin with. So.
Boo. Anyways, well, hey, that was trivia, guys. Thanks for playing. You guys all did pretty well, though. Maybe animated. We should catch up. Guys, come on, Jessica Rabbit. Nobody had Jessica Rabbit on the brain. Anyways,
no.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Let's see. Anything else coming up this week? I don't think so. But stay tuned for another episode of Real Movie Feud. Should be getting through the rest of the people that interacted with that original message here soon. So if you did, be on the lookout for upcoming games. But otherwise, have a feud-tastic evening, guys. That's a real thing.
I'll
Bye
do
now.
just that.
Trademark it real quick.